You can watch over here and turn 9 inch off my head. It's reflecting into that. Alright, before I put anything together here, I do want to make sure that, number one, the stones aren't cracked, that it turns, that everything seems to be in shape. It's kind of hard to tell if it's balanced short of turning it on. So I'm going to put on my safety shield and I'm going to crank it up, and I just want to see how smooth it is before putting everything on it that can potentially rattle and all that. It is pretty quiet. There was a tiny bit of wobble that I don't think has anything to do with the shaft or anything. I think it's just the grind, or the wheels need to be trued, which you need to do on any new grinder that you buy. Does this one start? Get the head frame.
Very quickly on some marker.
The spark shields are pretty much all plastic. I mean, they've got metal bolts and such, but they're all plastic. And also the lights run off of batteries, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. I guess they are LED, and they will probably last a long time on a couple of batteries. So, just kind of neutral on that one. These always get kind of in bad shape anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Especially considering that again, it's a very inexpensive grinder. This is the other spark shield. It's just the same, only not magnified. The little grinding posts here, or whatever they call them, actually are kind of chintzy, but honestly, way more expensive, I wouldn't say the most expensive, they have actually cast iron rests, which is actually what they're called. But short of the really expensive ones, even the middle ones are not really much better than this. They've always heard that you're supposed to hold the piece up off of it anyways, so, and in general I do. Maybe one of these days I'll mill a little rest on here that's a little better than this. Alright, now I've got it assembled. Let's see how badly it rattles around with everything on it. Put my shield on again. Give it a try. A little bit of wobble there again, but again, I haven't trued these stones up, so as it's running right now, it's pretty good. And of course, it's not mounted down either, it's just sitting on top of the toolbox. So all in all, that's pretty quiet, pretty smooth. Let's go ahead and try to true up these stones, see how it does. Alright, those seem pretty true at this point. Alright, that seems to do a pretty reasonable job. I could have spent a lot more time on that, of course, but you don't want to watch me grind bits. So, all in all, this is a really inexpensive grinder, and I've certainly seen far, far worse for a little more money. This is not a bad grinder at all. So, I guess it would have my recommendation, as long as you realize that that it is an inexpensive grinder, and I have no how long it'll last. But there does seem to be, at a certain RPM, just a little bit of a wobble in it. But overall, it's pretty smooth. So I would recommend it.